Hello, friends. It's April 1st, and this is not a joke. But we're here live tonight, and we want to talk to you guys about injury prevention. But we also have some really exciting news that'll be coming in just a few minutes, but you got to stay on the video and listen to us talking about injury prevention for just a few minutes, but there's going to be some great value in that.
Absolutely. So let's dive right in. Let's get right into it.
Let's do it. So what do you think is the first thing that we should be addressing when we're talking about injury prevention?
It has nothing to do with the mats, actually. It's all about off the mat training.
Ooh, what's that?
Rest, which is so difficult for a lot of us, especially after we had a really solid roll or grapple or class.
Yeah, I know that feeling where you get home. Like I just got done teaching tonight, and there's all these, unresolved pieces of training and teaching that are sort of all floating around in my brain right now. And if I don't have somewhere to work that out before I go to bed, I know what's going to happen. Come 2 a.m., I'm waking up trying to think about how to get out of a guillotine. And that's the last thing anybody wants. So it's important to have that space even before you get to bed at nighttime to burn off any excess BJJ energy. And my favorite way to do that is a hot Epsom salt bath, just getting a hot bath.
And sometimes it could be physically for your body, like a bath, but sometimes your mind needs just some rest. So maybe it's reading, drawing, something really chilled and relaxed for not just your physical body, but for your mental and emotional body as well before you're going from like active jujitsu to right to sleep.
And that's good too, because like that, we often forget just how important like recovery is through sleep, and how much work is actually being done when we're sleeping, not just the physical recovery of our body, which obviously is super, super important, but also the consolidation of new memories, building those neural pathways in our brain, taking all of that stuff that we learned on the mat, because we're not always building that muscle memory while we're in class, but when we get home and we're sleeping, we're encoding those new memories, those new ideas, those new concepts into our brain. So that's really, really important to get just a really good night's sleep.
And we're telling our brain not just to rest, but also to digest. So we're helping our body stay nice and calm and continue with that weight management that we really appreciate about jiu-jitsu, when we're able to literally rest and digest and relax the whole body, allow it to, as the whole system, function optimally, right?
So that's our first tip. So is getting a good night's sleep, getting rest, preparing yourself for sleep. Let's talk about our next one.
Okay.
Communication. And how important communication is between you and your training partners.
So you talk less, you say more. No, you want to make sure you're communicating properly with your training partner.
Let me ask you, hold on, does that person drive you crazy?
Which one?
Like the chatterbox when you're rolling with someone, they just like literally cannot stop talking. I call that person the commentator.
What's more of a bummer is if somebody doesn't tell you that they're hurt and you're rolling. That's and then true. All of a sudden it's like, oh, my shoulder was blasted anyways, and you just made it a million times worse.
So that is important. Like, starting out your rolls with good communication and realistic parameters too. Like as far as like, listen, dude, my shoulder's bothering me a little bit. Can you stay away from kimuras? Or I'm going to tap early, or you're going to go to my other arm, or just creating some healthy parameters around the roll. And then also not being afraid to communicate, like if you're stuck in a submission or you're stuck in a move or something like that, never putting yourself or your partner in danger.
I like that. And knowing how to really quickly communicate the tap, communicate that you're ready to stop where you're at and start over.
But it's not a time to like, you get someone in a move and now they're coaching you through the rest of the move, because that can be like literally the most annoying thing in the world.
Wrong type of communication.
Yeah, and I always remind myself too that usually is someone else's insecurity. That's not something that I did wrong. It's just an insecurity for someone else. So if I get them in a move and they're like trying to coach me through the rest of the move, I'll usually just say, no, man, I got it from here. I'm good. You should focus on the escape from the move that you just got caught in. All right,
so maybe picking those perfect partners too, right?
Yeah.
And with the communication. Okay, next.
All right, let's keep going. And don't forget, make sure you stay on the video, because in just a few minutes, We're going to go through a couple more, and then we're going to have a major announcement. Announcement.
Drum roll.
Drum roll, please. All right, so we're talking about injury prevention. We talked about the importance of rest, the importance of communication, and now we're going to talk about
listening to your body.
Hello, body? Hello? Are you talking to me? I don't listen to you.
Start listening.
Listen now. Yeah, that's important, like to listen to your body and to have a really good, healthy relationship with your body, even just from like a holistic perspective where, you know, I've heard people say, oh man, that's my bum knee or my bad shoulder. And it's like, it seems like a pretty innocuous thing, but it's really important to like not call it your bad knee, like, you know, not call it your bad shoulder, because, you know, that's not really like going to be supportive and help your body like through your training.
A lot of times after, or even before training, right, our body will tell us something. It'll say, oh, I had a really stressful day and I'm going to go to jiu-jitsu. But if we really listen to our body, maybe it was telling us that we needed to warm up before class, right? We want to make sure that we are not just communicating with the others, but ourselves. What do we need after training? What do we need during training? What's going to really benefit, as we talk about, not just today's training, but be sustainable so that it'll last, so that we have longevity at this.
Like when we were talking about the second one, communication, it kind of overlaps into the third one about listening to your own body. And again, like I said before, about having those healthy parameters around the roll and not stretching them, you know, stretching the parameters, I should say, but not breaking the parameters. If you need to, like, you know, it's easy to, like, we think that every time we got a roll that it has to be like some crazy hard roll, but there could be some rolls where it's like, I'm just going to work technique right now, or I'm just going to work more defense, or I'm going to play guard because if I work my top game, my shoulders bother me. So it's okay to put some healthy parameters around the roll and then communicating that to your partner. You can't just be like, well, I'm not going to use my guard today because my knee hurts, but I'm not going to tell my partner that my knee hurts. And then something weird happens and we're like, can't figure out why we're hurt now.
Well, and let's make sure that we're not only doing communication with others, but we're doing check-ins with ourselves. So in the morning, right, you're not just going on Facebook and seeing everybody's update, right?
Or
but
MySpace.
But you're listening to your body. How am I feeling today? How are my joints feeling today? How is my upper body doing? How's my lower body? Like, how's everything going? So listening to your body in the morning, throughout the day, with the nourishment that you're getting or that you're lacking, right? What are you needing? And then at nighttime, what did I not give to myself this entire day that I can, before the day is done, give to myself, right? So important to listen to your body.
All right, so let's go back and recap. So injury prevention, number 1, rest.
Rest, gotta rest.
Number 2, good communication with your partners. Number 3, communication with your body, listening to your own body.
That's right.
And number 4, drum roll please, good technique.
That's right.
And this is the truly the essence of jiu-jitsu. What is technique? Leverage, timing, and technique. That's really what it comes down to. That's what encompasses every good move in jiu-jitsu. Yes, on one side we have strength and speed and power, but those all have diminishing returns. Technique is going to always be there when you don't have these. When you don't have speed, when you don't have power, when you don't have strength, you can rely on technique. If you have these, they can back up the good technique. But without these, without the technique, none of it's going to work. The strength alone is not going to work. You have to have the technique no matter what. The strength and the speed and the flexibility can support the technique, but these alone will not work. Okay, why is that important for injury prevention? Because if you're doing the technique incorrectly, first of all, it's not going to work. Secondly, you could possibly hurt yourself and you could hurt your partner too. You know, we see this from time to time. You know, I don't want to talk bad about any moves, but like the buggy choke. I just saw somebody broke their leg doing a buggy choke. So you're either, the move itself isn't going to work because it's putting you at risk, or you're doing the move incorrectly that you could put yourself or your partner at risk. So having good technique is vital for your jiu-jitsu longevity, but it's just the essence of jiu-jitsu.
And it looks good and it feels really cool. So like,
and that's important too, because jiu-jitsu has like an immediate feedback loop. If you do something wrong, like incorrectly, you don't follow your 4 steps, you don't do the move right, it doesn't work. That's your immediate feedback loop. If you do the move correctly, it works. You shouldn't get hurt doing it correctly, and you shouldn't hurt your partner doing it correctly. That's one of the things that makes jiu-jitsu so amazing, is the degree of safety that jiu-jitsu allows when you apply a technique. You could do it really slow and it's going to work, and the person has room to tap, or you could do it extremely hard and you could have the traumatic end result, which would be like a broken bone or a torn ligament or whatever it happens to be, or choked unconscious. So there's that level of safety, which is what I really love about jiu-jitsu. It gives you a degree of control. You're not just like smashing someone and killing them, right? You could kill them if you need to, but you don't have to too.
That's right. So last little bit, let's wrap it all up.
We're gonna wrap it all up now.
To prevent injury, remember guys, rest, communicate with your partner, communicate with yourself, listen to your body, and
Always good technique.
yeah, that's right. Always good
Essence
technique.
of jiu-jitsu.
And now
The
time
drum
has
roll.
come.
Yes, so we're super excited to share with you guys our BJJ After 40 community. For a long time, we've had people ask us, are you guys ever going to do any cool BJJ After 40 like gear, rash guards, shorts, whatever it happens to be? And we've just never been able to put it together because we haven't had the right designs, the right gear, the right whatever to really do it until now.
That's right.
Until now. And we're really excited to share with you guys, with your phone there,
Ooh.
our collaboration with X Marshall. So X Marshall, very, very cool, very, very cool gear. I love their stuff. Basically what's going on is this is some of their regular designs. And when you look at it, you can tell this is really, really great stuff. Like I rolled in this tonight. I've washed it a few times. It's really nice with the colors. The quality's excellent.
It's so soft.
Yeah, it's super soft. It's really high quality, really, really great stuff. So that was important for us. We wanted to work with a company that offers really high quality gear,
Yes,
something that's going to last. I love that they have a year warranty on all of their stuff. I think that's really, really cool that they stand behind it at such a high degree. But I also wanted to do something where we could create some very unique BJJ After 40 only designs.
That's right.
And that's what they've done. So I'm going to share with you guys a couple of these cool designs. Here's one right here. You can see that it says Vintage Grappler on it. And you can look and see on the shoulders here, there's right there, and the shoulders there. On the shoulders it has the BJJ After 40 logos on it, so that's one of the designs. We have some that are kind of funny too and kind of poke fun at being after 40. Let me show you this one here, hold on. This is really cool. And this one says, old dog, new grips. And you can see he's got some reading glasses on there. He's an old dog, but he's got those old guy grips. So that's kind of a cool one. I dig that one. And if you look at it too, you can see it's got that fun little Argyle sweater going on there. So then, and also with the BJJ After 40 logos on the shoulders on that one as well.
We are keeping you guys styling on the mat.
Yeah, so these are really dope. And we'll have a link in our profile. And if you go to X Marshall and just type in BJJ After the number 40, you can see the designs on there. And they have some great deals on these. Here's another great one here. What does that one say?
Outgrip, outgrow, outlive.
Yeah, I love that kind of on the Survivor theme there. And that's a really dope one too. And I got one more here. And there's a bunch more on their website, so please go on there, check it out.
Definitely go check them out, guys.
This is my favorite one. I saved this one for last. Check that out. It's got some really dope stuff. The bright colors. Let me show you the back. This one's super sick.
Make sure you guys go on YouTube too and check out X Marshall and their
Dojo Roadshow.
That's right.
I had to get it
Dojo
right.
Roadshow.
The Dojo Roadshow. But so we're going to be working. We have an affiliation now with X Marshall. So you can go on their website. They have all these great designs, tons of cool stuff on there. If you put in our discount code for BJJ After and the number 40, that'll get you a 10% discount. They have tons of designs. They're putting new stuff up all the time. This has been a dream of ours for a long time to give you guys cool designs, some cool After 40 dope stuff that's not, that's designed specifically for our tribe, for our crew, for our people. So we're really, really excited about this. We'll have more information, so check in. Click on the link in the profile.
You guys are going to love it.
You guys are going to love it. They're a great company, and they've been really, really awesome to work with, and we're really excited about this collaboration. And so just to recap tonight, injury prevention is what we talked about. We talked about our 4 tips. Number 1 was rest. communication, listening to your body, and then of course having really, really good technique. And then of course having dope gear too. So check out our collaboration with X Marshall.